hello, Jason.
Hello, Lady Mpho.
Nice, nice. It sounds nice to hear you say it.
It's
Hello to our listeners. We are back through the glass again, Lady Mpho, and I'm with Jason.
Back again.
He said he had a good time last time, and that is why he's here. Okay,
Definitely.
so
Definitely.
yeah, no,
And I'll still come back.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I enjoy chatting to you. You know this. I love talking to you.
And we talk like yo.
Forever. What are we talking about today? What do you want to talk about?
I think let's talk about adulting. Is adulting a trap? That's the question we have.
So I've heard that, and yeah, is it a trap? Do I feel trapped? I think it is. You know, before I even go into a lot of facts and whatnot, I think it is. And as we go down, or we're going up, I don't know, but as we move along, I guess we'll end with the right answer.
Yeah.
Okay? All right. But also maybe it's different from everyone.
Yeah.
But you always share and comment and like and subscribe. Yeah.
Please and thank you.
You tell me how you're finding adulting.
Well, it kind of started recently. I'm only 25. So I'd say maybe 5 years in.
You've been adulting for a good 5 years. If it was a car installment, you'd be finishing. So that's how long it is.
Oh,
yeah.
So that's a good way to say it. So for me, I say it's a trap because like there's no manual, you know.
Okay.
And when you're young, like when I was 18, I was like, by 25.
Yeah.
I have it figured out, you know, it's gonna be rolling easy.
Yeah.
There's my bands and what, and I was like, okay, then reality was a different story.
Yeah, reality was standing at the corner like, okay.
Oh, you think it's easy? Oh, bro, just wait.
Yeah.
Just wait. So in many aspects, I think it's a trap because there's no one way to do it. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like, what can I use as an example? Like how to drive.
Okay.
There's a way you can teach someone how to
drive. You drive on the left if you're in South Africa, you pass this road or you pass this side or whatever.
Exactly.
There's things you can read about and learn that.
There's like a bit of a manual. Like there's people that you can pay to teach you. No one can teach you like life because it's just an array of things that come together. Yeah. And then that makes up what you are, who you are, what you do. Yeah. So there's not much we can say in terms of is there a right way
of doing it, yeah?
Of doing life.
Okay. Do I feel trapped? So that we can say it's a trap, one must be feeling trapped.
Yeah.
So tell me your feeling of being trapped.
I think at this point that I'm at right now, I think it's because like I'm still building, right? So the normal stuff for me is just bills. Like for me it's the bills part right now. Like if I didn't have bills, life would be nice. You know? But you need to sleep somewhere, you need to eat, you need a phone, you need this, you need that. So
and you also don't want to be under mama and baba's roof. That is why then we like, okay, go. Yeah. Go see. And then you're like, okay.
But also like the it's the price of freedom, basically, you know, and I think
absolutely
that's the biggest part of it because once you're outside, yes, it's great. You live in your own space. What's the saying in Zulu with the shoe thing? Okala. Exactly, that one.
Yeah.
And
what would you say in English? Like, what's the English phrase of that?
I'm the boss here.
Okay. No, it doesn't have. It doesn't have that.
Exactly the flavor. So, cause for me, like, I think I can fairly say I've always been independent. I've been independent for a very long time.
Right.
And when I say independent, I mean I've always done things from my own resources most of the time because Truth is, I kind of had strict parents.
Okay.
So in that strictness, if I wanted to go out sometimes, they'd only be willing to give me so much, you know. And then after that, I must make a way. But this was mostly like from grade 11 up.
Right.
So in that, it was like, okay, cool, I understand, but it was also kind of a lesson for once I'm outside, this is going to be it most of the time, you know. So it was a bit of a bitter lesson at the beginning, because it's like, you don't love me no more.
Yeah. I think we find it to be a trap, ne? When you realize that, oh my goodness, it's not as smooth as I thought.
Yes.
It's not as easy as I thought. And it's a whole lot demanding. It's a whole lot more demanding of my everything.
Literally.
My time, my body, my mental capacity.
Yeah.
Because when I'm older, the expectations of the society takes a different shape over me. And that is when we hear phrases like, no, but you're older, you should have, you know, oh no, we expect way better from a person your age. You know, so that then demands a lot of intellect from you. That it's too much.
Yeah.
It's a bit too much. Also, for me, it feels entrapping because not only do I live in my own space or in my own bubble, I must also acknowledge other bubbles.
Yes.
That are around me. So I can't just do me.
True.
I must do other people also, or other bubbles as well. And what do I mean by that? You get a Jason, who has expectations over me, and he's not thinking that I'm still figuring it out as well. Like, no, you're Mama Muswena. You can make this happen. And I'm like, oh, wow. Like, even letting you down gently can be an option even.
Yeah.
You know? So because I am who I am and I am the age that I'm at, the world sees and starts expecting something from me. And I must just deliver. Simply because I'm an adult.
Yeah.
That's a trap. I didn't even ask for that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that happens. And then you walk into a space of marriage then. You know, because okay, in South Africa you're only allowed to get married when you're an adult, meaning when you're over 18.
Is it?
Yeah, you're not allowed to get married below 18.
Oh, not that. I mean, I thought you meant under 21. I was like,
no,
isn't it 18? Okay.
No, it is 18, but if you are younger than 18, then I don't know if the laws have changed or not, but as far as I know, if you're younger than 18, your parents must sign.
Oh.
Because you're still a minor. So they must still sign for your
some sort of consent.
Yes. Yeah, you know. So yeah, that's what that looks like.
Yeah.
But yeah, then you are older, you're an adult, and you are in marriage now.
Yeah.
And that may feel like a trap on its own.
Marriage.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, absolutely.
How?
Oh my goodness, absolutely.
How? It looks so great. Like it looks so nice.
It looks
guys.
smooth, ne?
Yo.
It looks like what, yogurt or like what? Ice cream is not smooth enough. Like,
you know those fluffy teddy bears?
Yeah.
The ones when you squeeze it just pops back. Literally.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like.
My goodness. Sure. No, it and I don't know if I should celebrate that it looks that easy, but it's another picture when you're inside. It's a different picture. So it can feel entrapping.
Yeah.
In the sense that, okay, here's this. the other day I didn't read this lady, but I think it was on TikTok. This lady made a TikTok and said, yo guys, let me tell you, if you're thinking about getting married, let me tell you how this goes. And she goes, firstly, the person you're getting married to, and I'm just going to paraphrase really, the person you're getting married to, when they get into the marriage, they lose their arms. Meaning they don't do anything for themselves anymore.
Yeah.
You must be their arms now. What happens to their arms? Now, beyond that even, they then give you children who, wow, also don't have arms. Now you must go in there knowing that you are arms. When you get into that space, you grow arms. Meaning you're going to be doing things for these people. Nobody tells you that. No one tells you that. Actually, in that space, being a young bride and whatnot, it's all about how glorious it's going to be, how respectful this space is. Sure it is, it is. But I am of the thinking now that, can we give full pictures, guys, so that people make informed decisions, so that there's no tracking of anything, you know?
Because like growing up, I've seen like almost a lot of people that I know, or like my uncles and stuff, right, have divorced, right? And it's like, you know, when you're a child, people think you don't see things, but
we don't think
we have
children
all the
see,
tea.
guys.
Like as kids, we got all the tea. We just don't say it, you know. So from that, at some point, I also didn't want to get married. Because I was like, if this is what it is, I don't want it. Then I got to see healthy marriages, like my grandparents, you and...
Oh, you think my marriage is healthy? Oh.
Yeah, like, it looks like
it looks healthy. It goes to the gym.
Well, outside, like obviously from the inside,
yes,
you might feel differently. Like maybe like it's not that glamorous, but like it's great.
Absolutely,
you know. But from outside, like what I've seen, also with my parents now, is like it's all about like picking someone. And just understand when you pick them, pick whatever they come with, and you need to know that before you make the decision. Otherwise, like you end up in these weird situations. You know what I mean? And I think. Divorce is painful. Like, that's another track of adulting. Sure. You know? And the deep part is like, it's just one of those things that I don't think people ever fully recover from, in my opinion. But,
sure, man. So that's the one trap. And then do I feel entrapped again in another space? Yeah, I think the whole picture, the whole financial picture, the whole financial expectation when you are older, that's a trap.
Yeah.
And I think this we can fix. I believe if we are conscious and intentional about this one, we can fix. I, as a child, the only money I was worried about is Ikeri is your lunch money to school. It was that, and then it was pocket money for weekends or for school holidays. That was my financial sense.
Yes.
You know, I never had to worry or even know that there's rent to be paid, electricity gets paid for, or you pay for water as well, and that was never a thing. When you're a child, you don't worry about those things, right?
Just eat, play.
Yeah, and you're thinking, no, I see how life is going on. As long as I've got my lunch money, if I don't have lunch, I've got scuffed-in, okay, and then Saturday I've got 20 cents for keeps and correct.
20 cents. Yeah, the time was nice.
Yes. Alright. Now we must give you 20 rand for a packet of chips. Wow.
One packet of chips that's half empty.
So then you get older. and life starts happening. Like you literally move from there's bread in the bread tin and you don't know where that comes from, to, oh, is this how much bread costs? Hey. And I must take out money and pay for it. You know, like you almost don't get prepared. Like there's no healthy transition of that. And I said earlier, I believe this can be fixed.
True.
And so that, you know, the shock is not as dramatic, you know, or the blow is not that hard on us. So how can that be fixed is we start engaging little ones at an early age.
Yes.
They must know that this is what we pay for. These are the things that make this household run. You know, when you ask for McDonald's money, and I say, we don't have it this week because this is what we need to do. We need to help you understand how all of this comes together.
True.
You know, so I feel we don't teach our young early on how finances work around the house, and when they eventually move out, and we expect them to move out because they are of age. We have not laid the foundation, but they get out there and like, what the hell? I took a job for this much and I believed that in that money I can get rent, electricity, a car, and a Gucci bag and Gucci. How? Because they saw all of this happen in front of them with people who were working. They thought, now I'm working, that means I can, and that's not how it works, you know. So I believe if we can teach early on, involve them, that could work maybe.
And another thing that I think stops that is just the stigma around money. Like I know growing up, it wasn't because they didn't want to teach me, but like to engage on certain things as a parent to a child, for some people seem to be very like taboo.
Sure.
Like, if you ask, is this house bought or you renting? They'll tell you renting, but they won't tell you how much. School fees, they won't tell you if they like this much a month. Like I only found out my school fees because I went to the office. And I asked them like, so how much does it cost a month, like for school fees? I'm just curious. And then they told me, and I was like, oh, I understand now. You know what I mean? So a lot of the things are, I think, maybe because generations before that, it wasn't a normal thing. Like, let's sit and talk about why I can't get shoes this month. It was, you're not getting shoes because, no, or there's no money, full stop. Not like, because I think also it came to a point where like, I don't know if you've heard about it or like experienced it, but like, sometimes parents just don't explain themselves because they're like, I know better, so like, you know?
For sure.
And to some point I understand that, right? But it also comes with a sense of, I'll never know, so I'll never be able to avoid it myself in the future, you know? Because now at this age, I can tell you now, if we were to sit down and have all those chats now, it wouldn't help me, it's too late, you know? Like it's too late to say, you know that time when I couldn't because I'm already outside, I've already been beaten by the world, they've underpaid me, they've skipped salaries, there's one job where there was no salary, and like, you're like, if I knew, I would have, you know, probably done something different.
True. So you kind of agree then when I say we can fix it.
Definitely.
We can soften this blow, right? So, but it's funny how the stigma of money again, because there's a huge stigma on money, and I think it's gonna take like a miracle, like a God's hand from above over us, and like, you know, make this go away. Number one, money is a force.
True.
I believe money is a force because the way we just carry ourselves around it and the way we perceive it is very close to a God for other people. For many people, not other, for many people.
True.
Okay? So, because we carry ourselves like that around money, it makes it difficult for us to be honest about money. To be honest and to believe that and the next person will actually hear me when I talk about money. And that's why we then don't go into those spaces. More so over a child. Like, I don't need to tell you how much bread it is. Isn't bread in the house? There's bread. So you want to know, are you going to buy it? You know, and we get that emotional about it.
Yeah.
I think we need to walk away from that space.
I agree.
I think we need to be comfortable and say, guys, listen, I think I've tried doing it with you guys, like, yo, guys, listen, we have this much money. We need to make it work around this much money, you know. And for me, that's just my attempt of killing this stigma.
True.
Bit by bit, you know. If we're open about money, and then we'll be able to teach about money. Then we are able to even say, okay, now that I'm teaching you about money, this is what you can go into the world with. Where you need to be making a quotation. Think of 1, 2, 3. Think of this and that. Or when your client says this, come back and see what you can do, you know. Because then if we don't go through that, time waits for no one.
True.
You kids grow up and then we send them out there and then, my goodness, where do they begin? What is being underpaid? If it's one thing if I underpay you, I'm your parent. It's another outside, because then outside is it's exploitation. But you don't know this because, well, it says pay here. I guess they're gonna pay me, right? Okay. But then, what's the worth?
That's I think, because I've seen like, how do I explain this? Like, there was a point where, like when I left last year, I thought that money would be more, but it wasn't, because now I Uber to work every day. So a chunk of my money was now going into transport. The rest was for rent and food. And I was leaving with more when I was here, which was deep. Because like, imagine, you know, you think it's going to be more because it's more, but then comes with more stuff, like more duties, more places to be. And then there's always that, no, we'll compensate you, we'll reimburse. That reimburse conversation.
You've learned new meaning for reimburse.
I don't want it. Pay me now, unless I trust you. Like unless.
But I owe you haircut money. Now that you're talking about that. Or was that paid?
I mean, you could still give me money though.
Reimburse.
Like there's certain people when they say reimburse, I'm like, I'm not gonna do that. Others I'm like, no problem, I've got you, because I understand. Like they understand what it means. Others just, it's a word that just flies out their mouth, and I'm just like, So that, and I also think a way to kind of start it young is like give them an allowance of some sort, because I know personally I didn't get an allowance. I was told, no, when you need it, you'll tell us and then we'll get it for you. You know? So there was no way of me handling money unless it was my own hard-earned money somewhere, and I have it. That one was even harder to manage, because when I get it, I worked hard for it. Buy that McDonald's and chow alone, you're gonna see me.
And the bites that go into that McDonald's are full of something.
The food just tasted better. But besides, because also like your first year in varsity, I'd say is the realest. When you live alone.
For the first time. No parents close by.
And you're there, you know, your clothes get dirty, you're like, oh, who must wash this? Like, you know, in your mind suddenly says, it's you. Who's gonna cook you? You know, and you kind of, some people get it right, others like find ways around it. Others just use their money till it's done, and then now we must ask for more. And the thing is like, it's one thing to be able to ask for more, but like, how are you not responsible with what you're given at first, you know? Because for most people, it starts off like that and it just goes up. Like now, let's say you go to varsity, first year you're on full allowance, then second year they tell you, but you get a job, part-time job that doesn't eat into your study time. Now you have allowance and pay. Then as you go, you get an internship with pay. You know, like that's how we all think it's going to happen. Like you just take a step here, step here, step here.
Things happen.
It's if it happens like that for you, great, you know. But for other people, it's more like you're NASFAS. Then like there's a bit of allowance money, and then NASFAS drops. Then it's now allowance money must do school, so you must go home. You know, like and the hardships start there. But also, when you are taught from a young age that look, you need to have money. Like as a human being to exist, you need to have money. You know, and you kind of need to start like I'd say building that spirit of I need to be able to provide something for myself outside of my employer is important.
Sure.
Really
so having pocket money, it's good. But it must be modeled. So like children need to learn and see how money is used, you know, because remember for them money is a buying thing. Yes, money is a buying thing, but there's a discipline that comes with that, right? And that discipline, it's not something that just comes naturally, and that's how many of us just fall into the money trap, where you get into debt and all of that. So however my point with pocket money is there's people who are preying on young kids, you know, and they know that the mentality about money mobona is still not alright, and because they just want to buy, they show them things that they shouldn't be buying, and that's how we have children falling into drugs. You know, so if you are a parent who's going to be giving pocket money, let's talk about the pocket money. As I give this pocket money, you are responsible for 1, 2, 3 for yourself. Maybe pocket money is actually carry money to school. You know, I don't have to be giving you 20 rand every morning, so I'm just going to give you 100 rand for the week.
Then you decide what
you decide, or maybe on Monday you want to eat 5 rand because you're trying to save for Friday, or you know, and that's how we learn. We can teach children money management. You know, if we have to go even bigger, let them do the grocery list, and let them sit with maybe a catalog from Pick and Pay and check. Oh, we need tomato sauce. It's 38 rand. Oh, okay. They in the list tomato sauce and the money. Chutney and the money, bread and the money, and when they add that up, when it's time to even consume that grocery, the mind has done some growth. You know, the mind knows that we spent 3,000 on groceries. My goodness. Okay. Sure, maybe I don't have to be throwing away this one slice of bread, because now I can put the bread and the money, I can marry these two. I understand that whatever we're wasting, we're actually wasting this money, you know. So when I say to you, we can't get you your night dekkies because we don't have enough for one. That makes better sense to you now, because you know what the translation of the Nikes and the money that's needed and the bread that's needed. Okay, how do this all come together? You know, so I think we must just be that open about the money, even to our little people. Of course, it must just grow gradually. I can't explain it to a 6-year-old the same way I would to a 16-year-old. You know, as much as a 6-year-old, I may give them little tasks about imaliabo. London at 16, I expect you to be somewhere like here, you know. So I can even say to you, just check for us, just get a quotation for house insurance for us there. Phone my insurance companies and just ask home contents. But if the idea that it's not even for you to go and like, got to do that, but it's just how are these things done? So we need to insure the house. From what? They don't know, you know. And it's not a conversation that comes up every day. You know what I mean? Exactly. So come later stage, when they have their own houses, like, oh no, I remember I had to get quotations from my mom for a home. Oh, and this was because 1, 2, 3. So they already know that, okay, I need insurance, okay, and I need whatever it is, you know, so that again we're trying to soften the blow of
independence.
Yeah, of this trap. Of the adulting trap.
The adulting trap, it's a big one.
Yeah.
But obviously, like in time, I think with all of this coming to practice for some people, maybe they'll watch, and then you'll go and practice this with your children.
Yeah.
And then you'll see the benefits in the long run. Because I'm thinking, like, if my dad sat me down and told me, like, okay, you'll have rent, you'll have this, you'll have that, and that, and here's an allowance. So you're gonna buy your own toiletries every month. I'm not gonna buy them for you. I'll take you to the store, but you buy for yourself, right? Pay for yourself. You can't short that. That's your own problem.
Yeah.
But you know, it's still on the side. You know, but you'll have felt the pain of like, yo, it declined because I bought too many chips. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I went to the movies one extra time, and
exactly.
that,
Or they give you 150, you have a 50, then you use that one as well instead of the 150 you asked for now, you know.
Yeah.
And I think also, like, if you didn't learn earlier, well, before COVID, if you're already like adultish, I feel like you should know now. Like now you should know, like, yo.
Yeah.
Especially if you're running a business.
Yeah. But wait then, because we're gonna have to be closing now.
Yeah.
That is the blow for money, and that's the trap about money.
Yeah.
Then there's the relationships.
Ish.
Yeah.
That's another one.
And I think we don't teach enough. I didn't learn also when I was young.
Yeah.
But I see now how there is value in teaching what relationships are, how to take care of relationships, how to take care of yourself in a relationship, you know, and how to go into a relationship whole.
Yeah.
So that you don't look for, oh, he must complete me. Oh, she completes me so well. Oh, she gets me. Can you get you first before you want to be got?
That is true.
You know?
That's so true.
So that, again, when you get there, the blow will be there still. Because you can't plan to the T. You can't plan for that person and about that person, and you know, you can't. So that's how you're gonna have blows, but we want the blows to be less.
Yes.
So that you don't feel, yo, I know it's a trap, yo, can I just go re-register somewhere to be young again, you know? So yeah, going into relationships is another one that we can help people to not.
But how would you discuss it? Because also, like, to some extent, I think, like, I know I learned mostly through experience. Because like, you date this person, then like, they're terrible, and you're like, nah. Then you go to someone else that you think would be better, but you find yourself in the same boat. Like that was I think I was cursed for a while with that. Like I dated 3 different people.
Yeah.
But like I thought they were different until after. I'm like, these people are all the same.
And I'm so happy right now to hear you say they're all the same, because you are speaking into my next point. My point is, it's funny how when you go into it and you go through three different people, different heights maybe, different complexions or whatever, and you end up back almost to this point where you're like, no, but they're the same. No, they're not the same. You are the same person. It is you first. That's what I meant earlier, that if we could learn that you need to be a whole first before you go out. So if you are not a whole and you go out, whatever that irks you, you're going to find it in everybody, because you don't know what irks you in. But because it's there, you're going to see it on everybody. You know, if you don't value loyalty, and maybe those ones are loyal, because you don't have that thing, you're going to see it. You know, if all of it, you know. So before you go outside, my dear son, be whole. What do you like? Know you. What do you like? I hate it when. I like it when. I feel respected when. I don't feel respected when else. You know, I would give what, I would want to receive what. Fill in the gaps for you. So that when you go out there, you can immediately see that, no, I said,
yeah.
I said no. I said I'm not gonna stand for that. You know, rather than oh no, but she's not that bad. Oh, let's sit a bit. What are you doing there? You don't want to make a mistake of leaving also because you're like I know maybe I'm judging one about or what. So you stay, you hold on more. You're like no, they when I change, you make excuses for them.
Yeah.
Why? You're the one with the bobo there that you're hoping this one will feel. So let's not do that.
Yeah, because also we hurt people's children.
Yeah, exactly.
Like for no reason.
So if they are the same, shame, you are the problem. They cannot be the same. It's you who needs to sit and like what? What am I doing? What am I looking for? Answer your own questions.
Yes.
What are you looking for? That which you want to see from them? Do you have it?
Yeah.
Do you want to get loyalty and you don't have it?
Ish, that's a big problem.
You know what I mean?
That's
so
a big problem.
Let's soften the blow again. The entrapments.
Yeah.
By teaching young, early on.
And what do that look like though? Like teaching young about relationships specifically.
Chats.
Chats.
Yeah. Let's talk. Alright, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. And as we talk about it, now here's the thing. You know how money has stigma?
Yes.
Open conversation has stigma also. Like
exactly.
we don't want to be found out what we think.
Why? As a parent, why? Like we want to hear what you were doing when you were 10, then like when you were 15, that Valentine's Day, you know.
On the next one, we're gonna do that. We're gonna talk about that. That means he's coming back.
Yeah, at that time, guys.
Yes.
That's amazing. Thank
but
you.
do you think we can soften the blows of being told?
Definitely.
We can,
definitely. It just comes with love, openness,
patience
as well.
Tons
of
patience.
Because I've also realized like children that get spoken to a lot kind of mature a bit quicker.
Yeah.
If you get what I mean. So those conversations will probably hit.
Awesome. So we'll see you soon. And click like, comment, and what?
Subscribe.
And subscribe. Bye.